going to start? Hi, I'm Sandra. I'm Carrie. And that's it, because we've said who we are now. Let's do it. Yeah. Okay. Did you miss us?
Did you miss us? I missed you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Hi.
I'm Sandra. Take two.
Take two. Okay. What you drinking today?
Cranberry juice.
Oh, you're behaving.
Cranberry juice with maybe a little bit of raspberry vodka.
Yes. Just a little.
What's in your mug? Ooh, nice mug.
This is the one that you bought me. This is a present from Sandra.
Yeah, that was a Rusalka one.
Why didn't I think to have you sign it? I could have sold it on eBay for a lot of money.
Are you kidding? And that is why you are my friend, because you say it with a straight face. Why did you sign it? What's inside of it though?
Ooh, the Brooklyn gin. My favorite. Really, one of my favorites.
You introduced me to that gin, and I have to say it is in top 5 for me. Top 5 gins.
It is.
Really.
It's a great flavor. I just like it with soda water or sparkling water and ice, and good to go.
There we go. Cheers. We all need to smile, right?
I love that.
And how is Carrie today?
I don't know.
Yeah. What's the word for today? If you had one day to sum up today.
Is it over yet?
That's more than one word, but I get you.
Are we done yet? Are we there yet? That's kind of.
There we there. Frustrated. That would be the word for me today. Frustrated.
I get it.
You know?
Yeah.
But hopefully we can bring a little bit of fun and joy and levity and happiness and Carrie and I in our craziness, and maybe get Alexander to laugh too. We are interviewing Alexander Neef.
Yay!
We also want to ask for all of you out there that have seen our episodes. This is all new to us, right?
We have no idea what we're doing. We are not trying to be TV hosts or anything like that. The whole point of this was, we've laughed so hard, we're crying on the phone, and we thought, I want to see that on social media. I need some funny, I need some laughter, some joy, and I wanted to see it from primarily the people that I know and I work with, but we wanted to bring in all other kinds of people and do this too.
So if you have any feedback or any questions for us, positive, negative, all of it. I mean, this is Carrie and I doing this all on our own. Mostly Carrie, because she's amazing and she's the best friend in the whole world.
Hey,
yeah. It's true, but you know, we're just trying to find our way right now in the world, and a reason to keep going and to laugh and to smile and to get dressed up and to take a shower.
I did that today.
You brushed him today?
How are you?
Is
Hello.
he in there? There he is.
How's it going?
Well, you know, it's going.
There he is. Hey.
Where are you?
I'm sitting in the nook of our kitchen.
Okay.
In Toronto.
Where I've installed my temporary office, my home office.
Okay.
No beard.
No beard. No, I mean, you have to. You know, as you just said when I joined, you have to have a shower every day. Yes. And you also need to keep shaving.
Soon, tell that to my husband.
soon, Claire will have to cut my hair.
Oh. That's sacrilegious, is it not? I mean, your hair is pretty immaculate.
You know, extraordinary times ask for extraordinary measures, right?
It's true. So what are you drinking today?
I poured myself some scotch.
Nice.
Ooh.
Which was sent to me by our colleague Christine Gerke.
I knew about this actually.
It's a very good one. If Christine ever gets to see it,
we will send
it's a great support in these hard times. I found by pure chance on Twitter the other day some of these funny videos that you did at the time of Anna Bolena. You know, the one with the three ladies in waiting, and you
Your
and Marnie
daughter.
dancing, and Carrie coming up at the back. Yeah, amazing. You should that should get a larger distribution.
Yeah.
I think we might have to put that. What do you think, Carrie? As a little tag on this?
Yeah, so as a jingle.
Yeah.
How to floss. And Emma?
Emma is a beautiful big baby.
Is she?
Yeah, yeah.
I've
Really.
never got to see her.
Well, we were thinking we would keep her home through flu season, and then, in March, when flu season's over, we could start taking her out, get her to meet some people.
No.
Nobody.
It's been a bit delayed now. We're at week 4 of our confinement.
Oh boy.
Who's delighted about my being home is our poodle.
Oh,
That's right.
He's literally lying under my writing desk all day.
Oh, so he's daddy's boy, right?
So wait a second, maybe I can move this and I can show you. Oh, can you see him?
Oh, sweet. Hello, baby.
oh, he loves you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so amazing.
He is they're so clever, these animals, right? He goes into depression when I travel because he knows the difference between me going to the office and coming home at night. And when he sees my travel bag,
Yes.
he's like, no, you're not leaving again.
My friend's cats do that.
And it's really absolutely crazy. It happened to me sometimes when I go to New York for a night, or even just go to New York for the day, and I leave very early for the airport, it's like 5:30 to go to Pearson. He has literally attempted to not let me leave the house. He would go in front of the door and kind of try to block my way.
Says no.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
He
know.
says no.
No,
he
you're
says
not going anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go, Carrie.
Okay.
We had a few kind of questions that we wanted to ask you. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So with all the coronavirus cancellations going on in the business right now, and you're juggling all 3 opera houses, yes, at the moment.
Yes.
Yes. God love you. I mean, I'd love to hug you for that. Or with all that you're managing and at home with a new baby and homeschooling and the whole thing, are you following a routine? And also then another question is, how are you staying sane? I mean, what are you doing to relax or chill out or take care of yourself?
Okay. I think routine is incredibly important, right? Get up in the morning, have a shower, have breakfast, have a coffee, and then it's pretty much all day video calls or phone calls.
Wow.
And I find it's incredibly tough. It's much, much harder than actually sit down with people. And have in-person meetings, but it's what it is. And so we've kind of divided the house. Claire and the baby have their area. Marnie stays in her room for homeschooling, and I'm down here with the dog in the office. I also try to have a lunch break, really important, because what I figured out in the first week or so, you kind of just keep scheduling yourself for things, and at 4:00 you think, why am I so hungry? And you haven't had lunch. I also try to put an end to it, right? At some point during the day, say it's enough for today. And then, well, the terrible thing about, that we had to cancel the rest of the COC season. And the terrible thing that you figure out, apart from it already being terrible anyway, is that canceling a season is so much more work than doing one.
Oh, I bet.
Because we haven't done it before, right? We kind of do seasons all the time. We know how that works. But now to figure out how do you deal with a canceled season and what does that mean for everybody involved? And I mean, kudos to my staff. They've been really great, and everybody working remotely. Like in a crisis situation like this, you can't even get together in a room and talk it through. But people have been really amazing.
Well, I think the world should know that you really do have an amazing staff. Every time I've been there, every person I come in contact to or worked with is just really top rate. And so, I mean, I think if you're lucky that you have that behind you right now and needed. So
Absolutely.
And they've been amazing. And obviously everybody's scared, but people are also really trying to take the bull by the horns, so to speak, and figure out all the issues and also project us towards the future.
Well, that's what I
right?
wanted to ask you. What do you see? I mean, none of us have a crystal ball that we can look into and say, what's the future of opera? But, as Carrie and I both being opera singers, you a general manager, I can't see my way through it yet.
Very much. I mean, the reason why we canceled the season here in Toronto is, first of all, there was no way we could ensure the safety of the audience, bringing them into a theater for a performance, but it's the same for the performers and the rest of the staff. There was no way that even in a rehearsal situation that we could tell people in good faith that they'd be safe coming to work.
How do you see us going forward with our profession? Your opinion. I mean, I'm not saying that you have a magic ball, crystal ball.
Or an answer.
Well, see, if I knew, I'd be a rich man right now.
I know.
But it's I think there's three things. Obviously, regaining the confidence of the public and of our staff that coming to because I mean that the nature of what we do is to gather people. Like we gather to do a performance for other people who have gathered to see us perform.
Yeah.
As long as we can't give people a good reason that is safe again, and then there's the reality of it, and then there's the psychological aspect of it, right? It's not only about it being safe, it's also about people feeling that it's safe for them.
Yeah.
And there's really only three things that one can talk about. I mean, vaccine obviously is probably the most important. It will take time to develop that. Number two is some kind of medication they're also working. I mean, I read today there's some kind of medication going into clinical trial in Canada, and I'm sure in other countries too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one will really just be an effective test that can be administered to as many people as possible, because the problem doesn't seem to be only the people who are sick, it's the ones who carry the virus without showing symptoms, right? So at least if we can assess who of the population has had it and is immune without knowing it, has had it and we know that the person's had it, and then who are all the others who haven't had it yet and who are exposed to a certain level of risk, right? And it's going to take a little bit of time to figure all of this out.
But also the travel, the aspect of it. I know Carrie and I, we talk about what her next job is, what my next job is. But if the borders are closed, but the opera house is open, do you think maybe like a nationalistic approach where, Carrie's in the United States right now and she sings only in the States. I'm in Canada, I sing only in Canada until it's kind of quarantined and captured.
I mean, lucky Canada, I want to say.
Well, come on. It would be a lot of fun. But we have to talk.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
No, I mean, see, I'm trying to be very realistic as one can be about these things. And obviously it started in China. I mean, look at the trajectory that public life's slowly opening up there again now. Yeah. The theaters and concert halls are not quite open yet, but there's a trajectory that will lead to that. I think Austria is the first European country that announced that they will start going back gradually to some kind of normal life, with the theaters frankly being the last places to reopen because I think there's a 4 to 5 month time frame.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah.
And if the public health authorities can find a way to manage this so that there's no second wave hitting the country, and I think there's a good likelihood that we'll be able to perform again. And then when they're going to open the borders again, that's a good question. I wish I could say.
We don't know.
But I think it will go hand in hand, right? As we go back to some kind of normality, we'll just have to sit it out and be patient.
Yeah, I know.
Is this summer your first season that you cast at Santa Fe? I don't remember if it was last year or this year.
Well, it was. It really is the first year. I mean, there were some things that were left to be done for last summer, but in terms of really programming and casting and all of that.
I'm sorry that we're in the world that we're in.
What do you do? Carrie and I actually, we've been talking back and forth and questions because we have a million questions we want to ask you. But are you still thinking about casting now? Or is it kind of on hold? Are you having to change your casting? You know,
Do I need to have my manager call you?
He can call me anytime.
Hello. Okay.
Well, no, I mean, is that part of your? Because I don't know, I haven't really spoken with my manager either about, is he still going forward with talking to opera houses, or is it kind of on hold, and how's that whole pattern?
Yeah, we'll talk. I mean, see, in this situation where the immediate future is so uncertain, it gives me actually great comfort to plan for the future.
Yes.
Because I think one thing I believe in, like 150%, is we're going to be back.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Are you like nervous? A little bit?
I am, because it's him that's the first one, you know what I mean? Like,
I am scared of the combination of the two of you, but not for that reason.
Best thing ever to get him to laugh, to say something
I know.
ridiculous or silly, and he just looks at you like, what?
What? And you still have hair.
And yeah, you have, it's not
I have good hair. I have great hair.
You do have good
amazing hair, and there is a question later about that hair.
We do have a question about the hair.
Okay.
Okay. So
I want to ask. I just want to ask Alexander, since we just went there. We were going to save it till later, but we can put it on. What is your routine? Like, what is it? Just naturally perfect like that, or do you have a whole regime?
product. There's
Yeah. There's the magic.
There's a lot of gel in there, because
Okay.
if there isn't, it would be very unruly.
Is it curly or is it straight?
It's straight, but it has a lot of volume. You know, there's always that option that I could grow it out and sell wigs if we have to.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, you know what? I would buy it.